Hi everyone, it's Maria from the Cheer Doctor. I'm going to be going over today's exercises. For the A list for today's exercises, you should just need a towel. You might not even need this, a towel or just socks on your feet, something slippery, and then a band. So any band like this, it can be a TheraBand or it can be one of those loop bands. I'll show you what I want you to do with this when we get to that part. And that is really all. All right, so we'll just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go through one round of everything. So first thing we have is a good morning with your hands behind your head. So you're going to step back, hands behind your head, feet shoulder width apart, and then you're gonna think about bending over, sticking your butt out, bringing your chest down, and coming back up. You should feel a stretch in your hamstrings when you bend over. So if you're just rounding your back like this, you're not gonna feel any stretch. So you need to open up your chest, stick your butt out, bend over. We'll call that 2. Feel a stretch in your hamstrings. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, push your hips back, weight in your heels. 9, back straight, chest up, and that's 10. Good. Now we are going to do some hip switches. So this is a stretch for our hips. You're going to get on the ground, bring your legs into 2 90-degree angles. So just make sure your foot is out in front of you. Make sure you guys can see me. Foot out is out in front of you, and then foot is back behind you. And then you're going to lean into a stretch, feel a stretch in your hip, and then you're going to switch your legs and lean into a stretch the other direction. That's 1. Then we have 2, 2, 3. You might notice you start traveling forward with these. That's okay. 4. If you don't feel a stretch, your leg might be too close to you. So put it out further and then keep leaning forward. 5. If this is starting to feel easy, you can also come up into an extension. So you're gonna come up onto your hip and back down. 6, switch, up and down. Switch, push through your knee, lift yourself up, switch. 2 more. And lift up, back down, switch, and up, down, switch. Good. So those are the hip switches. Next, we need to find our band. Where did I put it? Okay. So now with your band, all you're going to do is step on it. Make sure you're stepped firmly on it. It's not going to slide out from under you. And then grab the further down you grab on the band, the harder this exercise will be. So grab down as far as you can while still keeping good form. Now you're going to stand on one leg, bend over, and then come back up. All right, so this is a single leg RDL. We're gonna do 10 each side. So bend over, reach your leg back, and then come back up. Try to stay on one leg the whole time. If this is too hard, you can hold on to the band with one hand and give yourself some support with the other hand. Bend over and back up. Remember, we're not leaning our chest down. We're keeping our chest up, hinging at our hips, and coming back up. All right? I really want you guys to try to be able to stay on one leg the whole time. So this is what you're working towards. I believe this is 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and then we gotta switch sides. So you should feel this mostly in the back of your leg. Make sure you're keeping your chest up while you're bending over. 1, 2, try to stay on one leg the whole time. Don't let your foot touch. 3, 4, 5, keep your balance. 6, bend over as far as you can without falling. 7, chest up. 8, 9, 10. Good. If you don't have a band, do the exact same thing without the band, okay? The band just adds a little bit more challenge. So if you don't have the band, you can still do your single leg RDL without it. All right, 3 exercises down, 4 to go. Next we have it says prone banded lat pull down. I know that's a very fancy name. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna show you exactly how I want you to set it up. I'm going to use a table. You can use a couch, a really heavy chair, anything that is not going to drag if you pull it. So this table is right up against the chair, so I know it's not gonna move. You're going to take your band and you're just going to tie it around whatever surface you have. So for me, I'm just looping it through the table, and then you're going to lay on your stomach on the ground, scoot back, grab onto the band, and then pull the band down. So I'm thinking about pulling my shoulders down away from my ears. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If that feels easy, scoot back more. 7, 8. Remember, shoulders down away from the ears. 9, 10. Good. Now we are going to go on to a body saw. So this is just a plank, pretty much. So we're going to get on the ground. This is where you can use your towel, or you can just use socks. I'm going to put my towel on the ground for my feet, and then I'm going to get into a plank. So just like this, and then all you're doing is slightly sliding back and forth. So I'm pushing and pulling with my shoulders, keeping my back rounded. Notice I'm not letting myself arch. Keep your hips under you. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If that was too hard with the slider, then you're just going to hold your plank and you're just going to rock back and forth just a little bit. Okay? That is the plank rocks. Then we have hamstring sliders. So for this one, you're going to get on the ground again with your towel on your feet. You're going to have your heels down into the ground and your hips up. And then the idea is to slide out and back in. Keep your hips up the whole time, out and in. If this is too hard, then you can get rid of the towel and you can just walk your feet out as far as you can. Keep your hips up, walk back in. All right, we're gonna go through 10. Do whichever version you're comfortable with. Ready, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Lastly, we have a banded row. So we're going to go back to our row that was set up on the table. This time you're just going to sit up and you're going to pull the band to your chest. 1, 2, make sure you're squeezing your shoulders together in the back. 3, opening up your chest. 4, 5, if it feels easy, hold up higher on the band. 6, 7, shoulders down away from the ears, don't let them hike up, shoulders down. 8, 9, 10. Good. And that is all. So we just completed 1 round of that exercise. If you're a beginner, 1 round might be enough. If you've been doing this for a few weeks now, try to add in that 2nd or 3rd round, watch this video again.